that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this they new shit.
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football. And
yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this, turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible, yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable, then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro, ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa, your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this.
well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the New England Patriots. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll tussle.
She-Rag got me.
Hit one and be so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith, sometimes you need to know your worth, sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but ain't from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake, you gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, check my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. Boss. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be great at small times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. Nah, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, baby. Say so what you gon' do with it? Stop playing with it. If you gon' do it, then don't play with it, baby. Exactly. You was built like that.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you could do, I could do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got so. My baby's proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They say falling. My head through a telescope. You were raised so the calls from a telephone. No sense of smile, maybe tell a joke. Holding back your tears, singing minimal syllables. Yeah, look at me, at the asylum. Was a fate or mistake, cause the time ain't up. Yeah, the parts of my mind don't get much love. If you want in my head, come and call me up. You look like a twisted Robin Hood. Yeah, you take from the rich and the poor and us. Wearing diamond shoes where you walk your pugs. In a town you create where there ain't no love. Where do I go? Where do I know? They don't know my name, I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains.
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the New England Patriots. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Carl Lawson on the tackle.
This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 5.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. it's incomplete.
The pass.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Trying to run forward with Jacobs. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They go with Jacobs, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. The 30. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown.
Vinatieri for the extra point.
Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
9-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the...
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Myles Gaskin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Brings up 2nd and 9. Check 3.
2nd and 9 now. And he'll be be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up.
Patriots, nothing.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Jets 21, Patriots 7.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just giving them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Uses the stiff arm, and he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 4th down, rookie Braden Mann will punt for the Jets, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
22-yard line.
On second down, here's the option. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Second and goal at the Patriots' 10-yard.
Escaping the pressure into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Miles Sanders, an even 90 yards. And the Patriots are back within a score. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Jets 21, Patriots 14.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Braden Mann now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a...
It's a foot race. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. T. Higgins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up.
The kick is good.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. It's a safety blitz and a sack for Earl Thomas.
A loss of 10 yards on the play.
On play action, they'll throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, some credit there to A.J. Green because he's so tough to cover. Sometimes he causes those penalties.
He's one of the more difficult guys to cover in the NFL because of his ability to do just about anything on a route. Hard to do. Creates a lot of pass interference calls.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A.J. Green as the first half is winding down. And the Jets have taken the lead. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the score Jets 28, Patriots 21.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Vinatieri set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll throw now on the final play. That's taken in by Higgins. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Complete.
That third down conversion, good for 23.
It's a gain of 23.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A run on first down with Jacobs as he'll get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
At the 20-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 6.
And 6.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Yards to go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
40-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 20.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their number one goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
Jacobs again.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
A gain of 4. And
they'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Patriots have moved out in front.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28.
Patriots 35, Jets 28.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he whips that one incomplete there. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Looking to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 18. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Patrick on the
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Jets' 46-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he returns this to the 22.
Time on the return. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to
and for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jacobs, he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Gain of 14. 1st down, New England.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Akello Witherspoon. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And caught right side, Green. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And now the throw hauled in by Green. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 37. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Green once again the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Devin McCourty there defensively.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now a desperation throw deep downfield and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Monte Nicholson picks it. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On the return, the Jets take over 1st and 10.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown.
Yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
35.
And there's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the sake.
The Pats at the line ready to go. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jacobs. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Patriots, it's a nice win to finish off what's been an ugly first half as they move to 2-6. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.